Hello again, it's Ingrid from TechCrunch, and we're here with the winners. Congratulations.
Yeah. Hi there, I'm James.
Congratulations, you guys. Really well done. What are you going to do with the money?
We have to figure that out. Yeah. We've got a little bit of in funding right now, so we've got that kind of as our runway. We're going to have to find something cool to do with this, hopefully get the team excited, something like that.
Right. How many people are on your team right now?
We're a team of 23 total.
Oh, wow.
So we're a pretty large
huge.
team, 17 engineers, and then 5 or so community staff.
Right, so basically you guys can go out for dinner. No,
basically,
kidding. Yeah, obviously you're not going to do that with the money. So why don't you guys tell us a little bit about what you think your unique selling point. I mean, a lot of the back channel stuff I was saying earlier I heard was like, oh, they just sound like, like Twitch. What are they doing that's better?
Yeah, so it's all about interactivity. Twitch is a really passive viewing experience, and it's great for esports and that kind of content. Yeah. But there's this whole other really generation of streamers that are broadcasting with a real community focus. Yeah. And for them, their priority isn't necessarily about getting as many viewers in the broadcast as possible. It's more about how they can interact with those viewers, interact with the people they do have. And our platform is all about taking those kind of communities and giving them the tools that they need to get engaged with their audience. It starts with really low latency streaming. So we have like 50 to 100 times less stream delay than Twitch does. It's like 0.2 seconds. And then what we do is we integrate really deeply with games. So if you're watching someone play, say Minecraft, for example, you can go in there and actually shape their gameplay. Right. So if you want to spawn an enemy in their world, or even go as far as like creating a volcano challenge for them to go, like a quest or something like that, you can do that, and it's all in real time.
Have you had presumably you've been running the pilots of it already. It's kind of an active thing, right? Are you getting any times when too many people are coming in on it?
There's been a few cases of that.
Yeah. So
how are you going to deal with that when it gets too busy?
There's two different scaling problems that we have. The first is a technical challenge. Right. Live video, especially low latency live video, is really notoriously difficult to do, right? Yeah. People have been trying to do it for a long time. We're doing some really cool stuff leveraging video conferencing such to allow us to actually do this. Something that wasn't possible previously. So scaling that is an interesting challenge. We actually had an event the other day where someone embedded the site on another website, and like 55,000 people were watching a stream live. Right. It was in the middle of the night. We had no idea it happened. We were really excited because that worked completely fine. Right. We were surprised. But obviously as we scale, 55,000 people is going to be nothing compared to the hundreds of thousands that we'll be at over the course of the next 2 to 3 years, is what we think, right? Obviously we're projecting.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting area because when you think about like a lot of messaging apps, they do a lot with group messaging, but I mean those group messaging limits are really ramping up. So like, 100 people, 200, 1,000 people can now go into a group chat. Exactly. And you're just like, what the hell are they going to do with 1,000 people in a group chat? Like, that's not a group chat. That's like a noisy room, So it's an interesting problem to have, I guess,
Yeah, so a lot of the way we solve that is, first of all, with the interactive controls. Yeah. So what chat usually looks like on Twitch in these kinds of streams is like, hey, you should go this direction, or you should like go fight this enemy. And we're making it so that viewers, instead of spamming chat with those kinds of suggestions, can actually make them happen in the games for themselves. Yeah. So that helps out a bunch. From a community standpoint, that's the scaling problem that we have. Think of it as a community, right? And there's a lot of different balance that there's a lot of vectors that we have to balance that are going on at once. So different types of streams, managing different types of communities is something that's really important, because some people think certain topics are appropriate, other people don't, and there's a lot of contention that can happen around that. So as we start to grow, having policies in place that, keep that community kind of vibe going is really important for us. Yeah.
Okay, so another question, and then I just want to ask you a little bit about like the lead up to coming here. Yeah. So you guys are like fully focused on gaming now, but
100%,
I know that you were asked, I believe, about what other applications you could use this in. What sorts of areas might that be?
So like we mentioned, we're 100% on gaming right now. Yeah. That's a really big vertical. It's one that we know a lot about. In the next 5 to 10 years, I think it's going to be, live streaming is going to be everywhere. Facebook is moving that direction. Everyone's moving in the direction of live video because it's way more engaging. Mm-hmm. We're really trying to get the gaming market down first, and we'll start thinking about what that looks like expanding from there. But if you look at it, there's hundreds of millions of people that are watching these kinds of streams these days. Yeah. So it's a big enough market for us to bite off at the moment.
Yeah, it just occurred to me, it's kind of interesting because you look at a lot of other real-time conversational platforms. I mean, one that comes to mind is Twitter.
Yeah.
And they are trying to do stuff in video. They haven't done anything in this specific area. I'm kind of surprised they haven't actually.
Yeah.
So is that an area where we might see you guys appear at some point?
In terms of
I don't know, working with them or anything like that.
We have some interesting partnerships planned. I can't talk too much about details, but we're working with a variety of different companies, publishers, and such to do some really exciting stuff over the course of the next 3 months. So keep an eye out for sure.
Oh man, I think I'm
wish I could
sitting on
say.
the cusp of a story here.
You are, trust me.
Ooh, okay, well.
Lots of cool stuff with publishers, the whole 9 yards.
Let's watch this space then. Thanks again, guys.
No problem.
Let's
Thank
see.
you.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, thanks again. And good luck with everything.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.